Hello! I just came across this article in the Sydney Morning Herald. I'll put a link to it. End celibacy and help save the church, says former Irish bishop. Yeah, and the thing that got my interest, I mean, like, you kind of know the story. If you're in the Catholic Church and you're a priest, you're not allowed to marry. Yes. And so you have to be celibate. And I think there's this idea that because priests aren't allowed to marry, they're, at least some of them are horny buggers who abuse kids to compensate. Although it could also be that people who are interested in that join the priesthood just so they have access to kids. But anyway, I just found this second last paragraph interesting. Catholic priests have been unable to marry since the Gregorian reforms in the 11th century made celibacy compulsory. Historians have contended that the move was partly for spiritual reasons, but was mainly to ensure estates held by clerics would pass back to the church upon their deaths rather than to offspring. Okay, this paragraph, if it's true, then I see no reason why celibacy has to continue in the Catholic Church. I mean, they've got to do something if they want to continue. Because no one, well, not no one, but hardly anyone wants to commit to the whole celibacy thing. They're turning off heaps of people, and they're making it worse with the whole pedophile scams. Or scandals, whatever. And, like, it just seems odd that they won't consider it, you know? And they're accepting married Anglican ministers who've, you know, defected to the Catholic Church, so why don't they let their own priests marry, you know? And it just, like, if it's the 11th century that things change, then it means pretty much only half the life of the Catholic Church has had this celibacy rule. I mean, assuming if it goes back to the 1st century. So, why do they feel the need to continue it when things are obviously so bad? But, you know, who cares? It's the Catholic Church. If they want to fuck themselves over, let them. But yeah, this thing about, and like, if it's true that it was to ensure that their estates would pass to the church when they died, that's pretty bad. It's like, you know, the whole indulgences thing. The fucking Catholic Church is so rich. They don't need this shit anymore. So, yeah, like, financially as well, do they really need to do it? It just seems completely ridiculous, and I mean, it's just frustrating. Anyway, I have another video to do soon, but that one I just saw today, and it pissed the shit off me, you know? Fucking Catholic Church. And of course, you know, they're still against female priests and gay priests, but, you know, that I think has been around for ages, whereas the celibacy thing is only about 1,000 years. So, I don't know. Although, in school I think I learnt that women, they weren't priests, but they sure had a big role in the early church. If I remember correctly, not that I really care. I'm just mumbling now. Anyway, bye.